So let's check out the new skirmish. It is called Doom of Caras Gelebren. I'll just do tier 1 solo version level 140 to get some baseline and just see how the skirmish works and see how I like it. As you all can see, it's second age 1697, which is interesting. And here's Celebrimbor. So yeah, it's kind of early in the second age. If I remember correctly, the other second age type content we have is a little bit later in the second age from Mordor Besieged. And as I've talked about before, defensive skirmishes are not my favorite, so we'll see how this one goes. We already have to start off with listening, which isn't the most exciting. And we are defending against the first assault. I don't know if that means I should head north. On the map, don't really see anything. On the mini-map, we of course just see this one defensive point. So it says marching as this is a watchtower. But yeah, with defensive skirmishes, why I don't like them as much is because you go at the enemy pace instead of your pace. On an offensive and attack skirmish, you can just go at your pace. You can fight the mobs, all that sort of stuff. I also believe I'm in the blue line, so I should switch to the yellow line for this. Wow. After doing the delving, which is my reference point for gameplay on this character that I just did, these mobs die a lot faster, but it's like normal skirmish mobs. Be interested to see how much of the rewards they have implemented. That's of course kind of like the delvings were. That's of course the exciting part. That's actually a lot of mobs in one grouping. I don't remember all other defensive skirmishes being like that. And this is, yeah, basically the way skirmishes work. We have not had a lieutenant yet. Something I noticed though, like the things on fire, that's a pretty neat effect, even in the distance, smoke, all that sort of stuff. So pretty neat atmosphere. It's definitely a little bit different, but this is, I'm guessing, to get into a little bit of details with this, before Caras Gelebren presumably became ruins, because as far as I know, it's more elf ruins nowadays and less pristine, and this is kind of the attack of it. It's called the Doom of Caras Gelebren, so you can kind of guess that there's going to be some doom at the end. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if we're actually successful in defending. It's a defensive skirmish, but are we supposed to succeed in defending the skirmish or what happens? It's exciting. Wait, their watchtower? A lieutenant has joined. Okay, so they actually attacked from the north this time is what happened. At least we're only at one position. One of the annoying things about some defensive skirmishes is that you have to move around a lot. This one you could be relatively lazy and stay in this fairly general area. That was a relatively quick first assault. I will give it that. It looks like we have to move on, I'm guessing. Like, it looks like that was a successful defense, so we're going to head northeast. Oh yeah, he says follow me. Here's a Myrdun. I want to say Myrdine, but they're Myrden warrior. I don't know why I keep expecting a fell beast to just come out of the sky and attack us. It just seems like something that would happen. It's very ominous skies, and kind of the red look, I think, makes me think that. Wow, these mobs come from far away. Seems to be pretty standard orcs. I mean, these are Mordor orcs, so if I just ate my evening snack during the stream and during the skirmish. But that is something that the reason I like defensive skirmishes is they are actually not too bad when you want to have AFK like that. Like, I could probably fairly reliably do the skirmish while eating an even decently involved meal to go battle. So yeah, it seems like it's a regular skirmish as far as mechanics go. I wasn't expecting anything special, but it's kind of a confirmation that there is not really anything special about it yet. Again, I do like the general format of it, the first round and a half that we have had. You're just defending one area, so it's basically like the one good thing about defensive skirmishes is you can be lazy during them, and that's just like an extra lazy thing for you. Ooh, 2 lieutenants. Or is it just saying that message twice? Again, this is a lot of mobs for a solo skirmish, though, I will say that. I personally think it's a good thing, but, you know, how that works at level 20, this is just how it works at level 140 compared to fresh level 20. Could be a significantly different experience with a fight like that. But that was the last one. We didn't really use the NPCs. As far as I know, my skirmish soldier is doing nothing. So it looks like we might have 2 points to defend now. Southgate Yeah, so we're at North Gate here. We need to go to South Gate, so this is a little bit less of a lazy phase of this. And we have to travel far away, wow. I don't know about other skirmishes. It would be nice, along with like this new skirmish that I think is supposed to have some level, not level cap, but just relevant loot for modern LOTRO. Yeah, it would be nice if they actually update skirmishes. I find them to be a decently fun system. Again, defensive skirmishes like this one, not necessarily my favorite, but it's okay. Doombringer. That name seems so fitting for the Doom of Caras Gelebren. They are attacking the North Gate, so I have to give a little bit of a thumbs down that you do have to actually move around between North and South at this phase. That's pretty standard for a defensive skirmish, so it's hard to really complain about it, but it's still a thumbs down for me. Hello, Ivan. We are doing the skirmish in the, I was going to say new skirmish. It is a new skirmish, but it's the beta for Before the Shadow, update 34. So we're testing out the new skirmish, and so far, it's a little bit of mixed opinions, largely because I'm just not a big fan of defensive skirmishes, and this one you also can't be fully lazy, even though you can be somewhat lazy the first two assaults. The third one you do have to actually run back and forth a little bit. I will say the mob density, mob variety for a tier 1 solo skirmish seems relatively good. I do like that there are a lot of enemies that you get, and the pacing seems fine for a defensive skirmish. It's for a level 140 with whatever sort of mix of gear I got from the Isengard Tavern. It's very easy, but oh wow, that's it? Oh, third assault. Wait, so third assault, but you have to actually talk to them. That's a little bit unfamiliar to me. We did get, so we still do get bounty, elite guardsmen. That is worth basically nothing at this point. Otherwise, we got reward track XP, marks and medallions from the encounter. So far, it's a very easy skirmish, but again, that's relative to a level 140 character with OP stats and these. It just seems to be not tuned to be too difficult, but again, it's tier 1 solo version, so it makes sense that it'd be relatively easy. Alright, let's see what the Doom is. Ooh, spoils of battle. Oh, I actually can loot that. Okay, let's see what that has. I got iron coins of Cardalin. Region, I think that's a regional currency. Although I don't know why Cardalin instead of Swanfleet, unless there's no distinction between the two, which is entirely possible. And enhancement runes. So far, no long fights. There have been fights with perhaps 10-ish, roughly, mobs at once. One of the end waves for the second assault, I believe. We're on the fourth assault at this point. We're getting a lot here. Of course, there are a bunch of NPCs to help, but I could see for some classes, especially melee classes, it'd be a little bit hard to divide your attention to make sure you get kill credit for everything for reward check XP and character XP to level up if it's relevant for your character. Oh, I got a deed. Ooh, I wonder if any of those have virtue XP. Unfortunately not. It actually gives nothing. Maybe that will be updated. Also, is that 2 lieutenants at once? That's not too bad. Again, I don't know, dividing your attention like this for a melee class, I don't know how well that would work. It seems like this stage of the skirmish is tuned a lot more towards groups maybe, or ranged characters. Oh, that was the fourth assault. Okay, I was gonna say there was no Doom on Caras Gelebren yet. Encounter. Harsh Rups. Dome in the center. Okay, let's go there. Did I say harsh rups? Anyway, harsh laughter erupts. So yeah, if I actually want this to be any sort of challenge, I would suspect that I would have to run higher tier, and I don't know with the way the skirmish works, the way its loot works, if it's really worth running higher tier. We'll have to investigate that, but I think that's for a later time for this video. And again, just sticking to tier 1 to kind of get the experience of the skirmish. Here's another chest for the fourth wave. So far as I can tell, the first and second wave assaults did not have chests, but the third and fourth also have 4 favored completions remaining. Does this actually use favored locks? It does. Spoils of battle doesn't. I don't think that discriminates based on tier. I don't know if it's just solo. We'll just have to see when that actually comes in game. But that also seems to be a very generic chest, like just spoils of battle. Like the third assault and fourth assault didn't seem to have anything different with the whole favored completion. I don't know if I'm fan at all of the favored completion. It's something that's kind of annoying. At least the common chest is basically nothing. Like, you might as well just have nothing. And all the common chests that I've looted, there might be some exceptions, ones that I just have not personally experienced. Oh, that was it. Oh good, there's still a enemies champion. I was gonna say, we need a final boss at least. So far, all the ends of these waves have been anticlimactic except for the second assault, oddly. That one actually felt like a little bit of a climax. Okay, will he actually bring the Doom to Caras Gelebren? Okay, I just need a quick photo op before we get going. I just don't remember getting seized the moments on this character. There's one, okay. Glad I got one while I was actually paying attention. So I guess ads spawned during this, but we kind of killed him quickly. Okay, is that it? Yeah, so we have Lesser Gift of the Myrdine, Tier 1. This is the big chest for completing the skirmish. We got purple tracery and iron coins of Cartolin. This was actually an upgrade for this character in this particular case in the beta. Alright, we got that. Uh-oh. Here's the Doom, maybe. Hope y'all don't mind. I'll also do a little photo op with this guy here. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see the cats. Maybe a little bit? Again, overall thoughts are pretty similar to what I was describing during it. It's definitely an interesting setting. I kind of like that, and all the stuff going on with that, the environment, I mean, the Doom of Caras Gelebren being way back in the Second Age, all that's just pretty interesting, so I do like that uniqueness of it. But for me, it's always like going to be a defensive skirmish, which makes it inherently less interesting than an offensive skirmish counterpart would be. It does not have that going for it for me personally, but it will, I think, be a decent one if I just want to play it while half AFK. It seems possible that it will be decent for that, but I'm not entirely sure. And also, the overall benefits weren't all that much for running it solo, but it did have some modern rewards with things like we have our enhancement runes here. We have got the purple tracery, so we will have to see later how the rewards scale with higher tiers and larger group sizes. And also curious how, like, for a level 20 character, if you get anything relevant, because obviously at level 20, you aren't a part of the legendary item system yet, so I don't know if they have any loot that's going to be relevant for, like, why a low-level character, perhaps level where you'd be questing through the area, would want to run it. Besides, there's actually one more thing we got. We got the iron coins of Cartolin.